RFK Jr. would love the olive trees in Palestine, and if he sees more of those olive trees and we expose them to that, maybe he will actually support the Palestinian people.
That's a good point, Roshan. Why would you say that could be a good point to sell to him?
Because the Palestinian people plant those healthy olive trees rather than the sesame seeds.
That's a good point. That's a very good point, because a lot of the seeds that are created right now are they're synthetic, or there's different combinations. They're not natural. Because you guys know who what's her name, the Indian woman,
Vendana Shiva?
Yes. Yeah, Vendana Shiva. She has sued Bill Gates based on the GMO seeds that he wants to dominate the seed business, and especially in India, they have rejected Bill Gates, and Bill Gates has also been rejected in Africa, by the way, because one of the reasons why some of those African countries were not highly vaccinated, and I may add, had low COVID numbers, isn't because that the West was greedy with the vaccines. A lot of it had to do with they didn't want the vaccines because of their previous experiences with Bill Gates experiments in Africa. So Vendana Shiva actually sued Bill Gates based on him wanting to also put GMO seeds out there on the market that would dominate that marketplace. And I think she won, if I'm not mistaken. So she's the first person that I really paid attention to that made me start taking a closer look at Bill Gates and what he's all about. So, did you know about Vendana Shiva?
No, I did not.
You should look her up. She's awesome.
I also wanted to say something else.
Yes, please do.
So, when the way we need to help the Palestinian people is to boycott and divest and force Congress to sanction apartheid Israel, just like we forced Congress to sanction apartheid South Africa when the Reagan administration openly backed the apartheid South Africa. It was our protest back then, and we can do it again today. Trump may have become president, but in his second term, he didn't win as many states as Nixon and Reagan did in their second term for the presidency.
That's a good point, because a lot of people, what they didn't talk about in this election, even though Trump got the majority of the states and even the counties here in California, of course, that still the largest populated areas, still went blue. But even with all of that, a lot of people didn't go out to vote because they were just so disenchanted with the whole thing, which is understandable. But that seems to be the only freedom we have left in some ways. So that's one of the reasons why I go out and vote, because I don't want to lose that freedom too. And I want to actually stand up for the First Amendment, free speech and freedom of the press, freedom of assembly and all that. I want to make sure that we stand up for that, because if you lose that, then you lose everything else, essentially. So, thanks guys.